Hello guys, you're welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're welcome. Today's video I'll be showing you guys how to cut and sew this beautiful short dress style. It is very easy to make. For this style I used ankara fabric. The design in front is ashoke. If you don't have ashoke, you can use any plain fabric of your choice. So if you are interested in learning how to make this style, sit back, relax and enjoy the tutorial. And if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, click the red button down below to subscribe and also click the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified. Let's move right to the tutorial. My fabric has been neatly folded into four. Next, I mark 1 inch away from the edge and I rule that into a straight line. That's my starting line. Next, I impute neck width 3.5 inches, neck depth for the back 1 inch, neck depth for the front 8 inches. At that point, I measure 1.5 inches and I connect it to the neck width. From the center back to where the sleeve will stop, I measure 22 inches. At that point, I measure 1.5 inches for the shoulder slope. Then I connect it to the neck width. For the sleeve opening, I measured 11 inches. From my shoulder to my hip line is 25 inches and the length of the dress is 40 inches, including hemming allowance. On my hip line, I impute my hip measurement divided by 4, which is 13 inches plus 3 inches. That's 16 inches. So I measure 16 inches straight down and I rule that into a straight line. I also connect it to the sleeve. Then I curve the armhole of the sleeve to join the sides. Before cutting out, I added 1/2 inch seam allowance on the shoulder line. From my shoulder, I measured down to 18 inches. That's the starting of my pocket and I mark it. That's about it for the drafting. Next is to cut it out. I cut out the back neckline first, the shoulder slope, and the sides. I notch the starting of the pocket. I'll remove the back bodice and cut the front neckline. After cutting, I open up the front. On the neck depth, I measured what I have. The wideness is 3 inches. So at that point, I measured ½ inch downward and I ruled that into a straight line. I am marking on the right side of the fabric. Next, I place the fabric together, the front and the back bodies, right side facing each other, and I join them on the shoulder line. I've joined the two bodies together. Next, I notch the center back. After notching, you will open up this way from the center back on one side, measure to the neck depth, front neck depth. Take note of the measurement. On the front neck depth, measure the wideness. Mine is 3 inches. Remember that I measured 1.5 inches on the neck depth. So when you open it up, it's going to be 3 inches. Take note of it. Whatever measurements you got from measuring from the center back to the front neck depth, please add extra 3 inches to it. I just marked 16 inches. I added 3 inches to my own measurement. Then the wideness, I measured 5 inches and I cut that into 2 places. 16 inches by 5 inches. After cutting, I'm going to place these 2 strips together and I'm going to join them with 1 inch. I've joined them together. After that, I'm going to fold it. Unfold, what I have is 2.5 inches. Unfold, what I have is 2.5 inches. So at that point that I joined the two ashoke together serves as the center back. So I'm going to pin it down to the center back. So after pinning, I will take to my sewing machine. From the center back on one side, I'm going to sew it to the neck depth in front. On the other side as well, from the center back, I will sew it to the neck depth in front. That ½ inch that I marked earlier on the front neck depth will serve as a guideline for me to know where to start and where to end. I will not exceed that mark. I've sewn it, guys. This is how it looks. Next is to notch it from the neck depth. That edge, I'm going to notch it close to the seam line. I'll repeat the same thing on the other side. I will notch it from that edge. I will notch it close to the ashoke. After that, I will overlock the edges. Then I'm going to flip it to the wrong side. That excess that I have, I'll flip it to the wrong side of the bodice. Then I will take to my sewing machine and stitch it down. You first of all pin it down. Then you take to your sewing machine and stitch it down. This is how it looks on the front. You can see how it is laying nice and flat. After stitching, I will give it a good press. Now for the design on my thumbnail, the picture I posted on my thumbnail, if you want that particular design, this is how to go about it. Please note, if you don't have ashoke, you can use any plain fabric of your choice. Just iron estay to it so that it will be firm. So if you want the design on the thumbnail, you will take a piece of paper, you will draft it this way. At this point, you need to be creative. Draft any shape of your choice. I will advise that you first of all draft it on a pattern paper. If you draft the first shape, if you don't like it, you can draft on another paper till you love what you have drafted. So after drafting the shape that you like, you will place it on your fabric. When you are cutting on your fabric, add ½ inch seam allowance, round it the way I'm doing so. If you are not using ashoke, iron stay to it or any gum stay to make it firm, then after that you will fold all the edges with ½ inch that you've added to it. You will iron it very well. After ironing, then you place it on the neck depth and top stitch. That is if you want this shape. So you'll be looking at the design on the thumbnail, then you will position it exactly the way it was positioned and top stitch. For mine, I decided to cut out a square shape from the ashoke. The measurement is 11 inches by 11 inches square shape. So I'm going to top stitch the square shape on the neck depth. I'm going to position it this way and top stitch. After that, I will fold the edge of the sleeve, sew the sides, hem the down parts, and that's about it for today's tutorial. This is the final look, guys. We've come to the end of today's tutorial. For the inseam pocket, I've already made a detailed tutorial on how to cut and sew inseam pockets to a dress. Check my channel and watch the tutorial if you don't know how to cut and sew inseam pockets. We've come to the end of today's tutorial, guys. If you find my tutorial helpful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below if you've not done so. I upload weekly tutorial on my channel. Also remember to click the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified. Until I come your way next, please stay safe and remain blessed. Thanks for watching. I love you all. Bye for now.